Hey there, Michael McBride here from Chicago to talk about the Growth Action Plan, which is a system that I developed that helps turn self-development into income. Over the last several days, there have been so many people reaching out to me about some posts I've been making on social media of what I've been doing with this Growth Action Plan. So I thought that I would just create a video that tells a little bit about the backstory, some of the results, and walks through exactly what I'm doing. So that if this is something that you want to do as well, then I would love to include you and do this alongside and partner together. So first of all, the Growth Action Plan is also an acronym, GAP, GAP, that really stems from the idea that I think for so many of us, there are these gaps between what we want for our lives and where we are currently. I know for me, there's been a gap in my own fitness of what I want for my own fitness results, for my finances, the kind of income that I want to make for myself. Who doesn't want to make more money? For the kind of social impact that I'd like to have around me. This structure has been helping me to just create some amazing results that I'm so grateful for in so many of those areas. So as you're watching this, if you would just kind of clear all the distractions out, sit down, take out a piece of paper and a pencil and just jot down some ideas that you have of some gaps that you notice in your life between what you want and where you are right now. You can feel free to pause the video if you like. So as you're listening to this, just kind of be watching through that lens to see if this is something that would be a benefit for you. Let me tell you a little bit more about myself. So as I said, I'm from Chicago. I'm a university music professor, and I teach at two schools here in the city. I'm also a performer and church musician, married to my husband, Rodrigo, of almost 6 years this coming August. We have two fur babies, Gizmo and Binks, and I also coach people through this Growth Action Plan. I want to share a little bit about kind of the backstory and how this got started. And I remember that when I was about 12 years old, I was on this church youth group outing where we were playing this game called Capture the Flag. And at that time, I was little. I'm 5'6" right now. I know a lot of people feel like I'm taller. Maybe social media adds 4 inches. But at that time, I was eye level to light switches, and it really bothered me. I always felt like I was little, I was insignificant, I couldn't make a difference, didn't have power, didn't make an impact. And on this one fateful night, I got a confirmation that that was exactly the case. And what had happened was at one point in the game, there was this boy who was maybe 2 feet taller than I was, and he came over to my side and I captured him, and as per the rules was bringing him back to jail. He was supposed to follow me back to the jail, and he ripped his arm out of my fists and ran back to the other side and pushed me to the ground. And I was just so hurt and confused, and he wasn't following the rules, and I just felt powerless to do anything about it. And that was the night that I got my final confirmation that what I had feared was absolutely true, that I was little, I was powerless, I couldn't make a difference, I was invisible. And I made a lot of choices in my life that was based off of that tape. And I don't know about you, if you've ever felt like you just didn't measure up, or you weren't good enough, or whatever that tape has been for you, but this is something that was hugely controlling in my own life. I remember crying myself to sleep so many nights, wishing that I was taller, wishing that I was bigger, because I guess I felt like that was the thing that was going to help me to be powerful and be significant. it really led me to focus all of my attention into things that I could control, since I wasn't going to be really tall. And so I studied really hard. I practiced piano, and that led to accomplishing wonderful things in academics and music. I ended up getting my doctorate from Northwestern University, which is how I am a teacher today. And I'm so grateful for that. There did come a time in my life where I had to really reconcile with my own body image and realize that it wasn't something that was going away, and that it was really affecting my life in ways that I was not okay with. So I was determined to go to the gym and figure it out. And, I'd read the magazines and kind of look at what other people were doing in the gym. And I was working really hard, I thought, but I wasn't getting any kinds of results. And I was just getting frustrated. So I would go in this pattern of starting and stopping, and I would get really busy, and where in reality I was just frustrated. So that kind of brings up all up until the last several years, when I've been plugging into a system that has helped me to get my fitness on track, my mindset on track, motivation, and really turn the self-development into something that just benefits my life. And there happens to be an incredible income opportunity as part of it as well. So let me basically just kind of walk you through some of the results that I've been getting. As I showed you some of my fitness results. If you haven't seen a lot of my selfies recently, you probably haven't followed me too much, because I love my selfies. But this picture right here is about 100 days, 120 days of following this workout structure in this program, where it literally told me what to do in the gym. I needed a simple structure. And what to eat, and there were these superfood smoothies that were part of it that were amazing, tasted incredible, and was this combination of protein and greens and pro and prebiotics and digestive enzymes, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all put together. And it really helped to curb my cravings for junk food. I used to be able to, well, I could, I guess, today, but I don't, polish off an entire bag of Sour Patch Kids. And I would always just get really, really tired in the afternoon. And, once I started eating right and, working out and following a structure, feeding my body what it needed to, the junk food cravings were gone, and I was able to have energy all day. So that's some of the fitness results. In addition to that, I've created this incredible community of people around me who are all doing this together. And I have to just really thank them for the contributions they've had in my life. Right now we're using this Facebook group message thread where we check in after our workouts, and hi Chuck, and share tips and encourage each other, motivate each other. It's an incredible group of people that I absolutely love. In addition to that, I've been able to plug into some resources that have helped develop my mindset and motivation so that I can not be on that yo-yo, on that roller coaster that I was for so many years, and really have consistent motivation. I learned that motivation is the thing that happens after you act. It's not the thing that makes you act. In addition to that, because I've been kind of sharing my life on social media and growing that, every day, it seems, I get messages from people who say, thank you. Thank you for being an inspiration, for being a motivator, for being a positive light. And, I say that not because I'm trying to have some sort of an ego stroke, but it's really because I have seen such transformation from this 12-year-old who was pushed to the ground and felt like he was invisible and powerless, finally to be able to make a difference in other people's lives. That's just huge and incredible. And part of what I'm doing is developing social media so that I can spread this message even wider, so that if you feel like you have a message that you want to share with the world, that you can actually use these tools to do that. And then, of course, there's an income possibility and opportunity with this, and I'll just show you really briefly. These are some weekly paychecks that I've been receiving from engaging in the activities here in the Growth Action Plan. And I'll tell you, being able to have a few $100s extra every single week for things that I would do anyway. I would work out anyway. I would post on social media anyway. I would read amazing books, and to be able to be compensated for that is just absolutely amazing. And over the last several years, I've been able to earn almost $80,000 doing this. So if you're struggling financially, and you're doing all these things that I'm doing anyway, you might as well get paid for it. So how does this work? Let me go ahead and show you this Growth Action Plan. I've created a very simple Google Doc that essentially takes these daily activities and puts them into 3 levels that I believe kind of work in this magical sequence, where if you follow them in sequence, they all kind of spin into each other. If you get them a little out of sequence, things don't quite work as well, which is what I was struggling with for so many years. So for every single one of us who are doing the gap, all we do is we put our name in here, we get present to one or more of the gaps that we are working to narrow, and in every day we have a choice of accomplishing the activities in levels 1, 2, and or 3. So here's how it stacks out. For level 1, it's all about your own physical fitness and getting your health on track. And that's, of course, drinking that superfood smoothie, doing your workout, and checking into our accountability group. The benefits of this, of course, are fitness and health and the confidence that you get from making those tangible steps that you can see in a mirror. Like, it's absolutely tangible. In addition to that, we get a 25% discount off of products through the company that creates these programs. So all of the supplements that I would normally get at GNC, like protein and creatine or pre-workouts, I just get through Beachbody, which is the company, and I get the 25% discount, which is awesome. Level 2 stacks on level 1, and this is where we start to develop the mindset. And so we have an incredible library of personal development resources, of books and audio and podcasts that I've engaged in that has just completely rewritten the script for myself. In addition to that, we're doing this form of gratitude journaling called Great Journaling. This is my Great Journal here that I do every single day that really helps me to drive my emotions rather than letting them run wild. And if you're not doing intentional gratitude, go ahead and start. It will absolutely transform your life. We have a specific way that we share on social media, and we're sharing some of the activities we're doing in this Growth Action Plan, what we're learning in the process, or some of the results that we're getting in a way that is winsome and, for the point of showing others what's possible. So what inevitably happens when you start sharing your life authentically is people will reach out to you and they'll thank you for sharing that quote or for making your life better and being so open and authentic. And if there is a way that they would benefit from what you're doing as well, then if they purchase a program through you, a workout and nutrition program through you, then Beachbody will pay you a 25% commission at least. And that's a way that you can earn some money as well. At this point, in this level, you're kind of building passively. You're not telling people to buy from you. You're just literally making your life better, sharing what you're doing. And if there's anybody who wants to do that alongside with you, then fantastic. Let's support them all together. Level 3 build on levels 1 and 2, and here is where you get to start magnifying your impact. First of all, there's some incredible training on social media that I've engaged in and that I pass along in a training so that you too can develop a following to really share your message, like whatever it is that's important to you. You know, for me, it's about helping gay men love themselves. Most of the people who are doing this along with me are GLBT and allies. And, you know, this has been something that has been huge in my life, and I know it's impacting so many people. And it's very humbling to see that. So we're developing our social media. I've been able to develop mine from 0 to a little over 25,000, and it's just gorgeous. Also, we're reaching out to people, encouraging people, kind of stepping outside of our relationships of convenience. We're engaging in some business development. If you're going to be making more money, you know, since your influence is growing, then it's important to be smart about that. So I have a great library of some business resources that I plug into and has helped me. And then finally, it's recognizing the achievement of those around you. I believe that your success and my success does not occur in a vacuum. It is in large part affected by the people around us and who they are and the efforts that they make. And I believe that those people deserve to be acknowledged and recognized. So at the end of the day, whichever activities, whichever level you have completed, it's completely optional. If you're doing levels 1, 2, or 3, then you just mark the little radio button and submit. And that's how we as a team get to check in with each other with this growth action plan. So that's how it works. If you are still watching at this point, it probably means that you're either really interested in this or curious, or I don't know, you like my muscles, or I don't know. But if this is something that makes sense to you, then I encourage you to try this out for yourself. How it works, if you want to know how to get started, all it would be is I can help you pick out a Beachbody program that is the workout and nutrition program that's going to help you to your fitness goals with these level 1 goals. And they have programs for developing muscle or cutting fat or developing endurance for every single fitness level. If you're very experienced or if you're brand new to working out. In fact, if you're kind of getting back into working out, then your story is going to be so much more powerful and so much more relatable. So definitely don't discount yourself if you're feeling like you're not good enough, because I certainly felt invisible when I first started. Basically that's how to get started. The price range for these programs, normally they range from about $300 to about $140, depending on which program is right for you. And I can help you to figure that out. But I want to share with you a little bit kind of in closing about where I'm going with this. Like, what is the vision that I see for myself and for this community of people that is all doing this together? I said before that I've got a passion to help gay men learn to love ourselves. Having experienced the transformation that's happened in my own life, I know it's possible. I absolutely love myself. And I couldn't say that before. I used to hate myself, and I wasn't proud of myself. I was ashamed. And I know so many people in our community feel the very same way, and I hate that. I don't want people to talk to themselves in a way that they would never talk to another human being. So that's my vision for this, and creating a community of people who love themselves, who are functional, who are supporting each other. It's just such a beautiful world that I want to live in. And of course, that's the self-development goals. On the financial side, as a university music professor, I know that there's a certain ceiling of money that I'm able to earn. And I can get as many jobs as I can physically support, but I know that there's a cap. And I have dreams of, being able to pay off student loans really fast, and to purchase a home and have a recording studio with a beautiful grand piano, and expand our family with kids and help out my parents. And I know that those goals would be very difficult, if not impossible, on a teacher's salary. And I don't know about you. If you already make enough money, fantastic. But that's something that was very important for me. And I see this as a vehicle, of a way to do that. And already, I think I said, I've been able to earn almost 80 grand doing this for things that I would be doing anyway. So that's a little bit about the vision. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's actually a get-rich-slow scheme, which is better than most people's jobs, which is a get-rich-never scheme. And if this is something that makes sense to you, if you are excited about this, if you see this as something that's going to help you, then I encourage you to reach out to me. Let's chat about this. And let's see if this is something that's going to be a good fit for you. So feel free to reach out to me by message, or if you want to email me, my email is ripped411fitness@gmail.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate you. Hope you got some value out of it, and have an amazing day. I look forward to talking with you very soon.